Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Our Honor, Lieutenant Governor Salma Lakhani, His Honor Zahir Lakhani, President Campbell, NorQuest Board, and members, staff, and faculty, parents, and friends, and most notably, NorQuest class of 2025. Give yourself a clap. I am both grateful and deeply humbled to receive this honorary diploma alongside the fine array of students who will cross the stage today. Graduates, hearty congratulations for achieving this milestone, for setting this life cornerstone in place, to borrow a term from my career. After many months of hard work, it's a day to celebrate what you have begun during your time at NorQuest. Enjoy the day, you deserve it. So do your parents, friends, and everyone else who has walked with you to this moment. The last thing, I want to settle you with an assignment on your graduation day. But for tomorrow, and for all your tomorrows, here is a question to ponder. What life do you wish to build upon the cornerstone you have set? Decades after earning my first degree, it's a question I continue to ask myself. For me, the answer is grounded in my Ismaili Muslim faith and in the ethic of our spiritual and temporal leader, His Highness the Aga Khan IV. He believed faith should deepen our concern for our world and everyone in it. Although the Imam died in February of this year, that belief guides my daily decisions. I did like to share 3 of my key guiding values with you today, in hope you will be inspired to find your own ways of contributing to the common good. The first of those values I call care and share. Charity is one of the pillars of Islam. Caring and sharing is rooted in love. I was about your age when I came to Canada from Tanzania, East Africa. To pay the cost of coming to this country, I had to borrow $2,000. Many people reached out a hand in those lean years, including a Calgary gentleman, Jerry Cutforth, who hired me when every door seemed closed for me. Thank you, both Jerry and Glenda, for your support. Unfortunately, they could not attend today's ceremony because of some health challenges. When I think back to that kindness, I recall the Aga Khan's insistence on reaching out to those with little means to spark the hope they need to rise above apathy and despair. As His Highness the Aga Khan said, it is for us who are more fortunate to provide that spark, end of quote. For me, Jerry Cutforth provided that spark, and I will never forget it. With such support, 40 years ago, I founded AMAN Builders, Inc., and nurtured its growth while helping my children forge their own paths. Now, with more wealth than my own family needs, I turn again to the wisdom of the Aga Khan. Wealth, he often said, is not something to create for its own sake. Rather, we should use it to protect and care for those around us, for our community. To quote His Highness, the question is not only what have I achieved, the question is what have I helped others to achieve. That is the notion of social conscience in Islam, end of quote. Care and share, it's an ethic shared not only by Muslims, but by all faith communities, and indeed by well-meaning people around the world. Consider the words of Pope Francis, who led the worldwide Catholic Church until his recent death at 88, the same age as His Highness the Aga Khan IV. Quote, "Rivers do not drink their own water. Trees do not eat their own fruit. The sun does not shine on itself, and flowers do not spread their fragrance for themselves. Living for others is a rule of nature. We are all born to help each other. No matter how difficult it is, life is good when you are happy, but much better when others are happy because of you." End of quote. Education is a top priority in my faith, particularly for girls. As early as 150 years ago, our spiritual leader advised, if you have 2 children and you can only educate one, educate the woman. When challenged, he explained, when you educate a man, you educate an individual. When you educate a woman, you educate the community. End of quote. That spirit stands behind our family's charitable foundation. Through it, we are helping hundreds of students, mostly women, complete their advanced degrees here at the NorQuest and around the world where the need is greatest. As stories trickle back from those graduates, I take heart that communities truly are gaining insight that improves their lives. And because we are building up a permanent endowment, the institutions such as NorQuest can rely on the income from that pot of money to offer scholarships far into the future. Guiding value 2, honesty and hard work. I arrived in Canada with a B.Sc in civil engineering from University of Nairobi, Kenya, East Africa. But I soon discovered that almost everything I learned about engineering in Africa is done differently here, for good reason. I did move from a summer country to a place with winters, from a climate that demanded cooling to one more focused on warding off the cold, a place that needs hot water running through its veins rather than ice. In those pre-computer days, I prowled libraries and spent Saturdays at the office, eager to fill my knowledge gaps. Come Monday, I did pepper a coworker with questions about the things I did read about the progress I did try to make at work. Going the extra mile made my boss happy, but more than that, it reset the cornerstone of my career. Even today, there are a lot of things I don't know. That's what teams are for. But over the years, I have learned to be honest about my knowledge gaps. I have learned that people don't judge you by what you don't know, but by what you know. That's where hard work comes in. As you embark on your own careers, I did recommend this. Don't be shy about hard work, and be honest about what you know, but also about what you don't know. Guiding value 3, din and dunya, balancing faith and life. I grew up in a diverse family. My father believed we didn't need education to succeed. My mom, who devoted herself to our religion, listened when His Highness the Aga Khan urged his followers to educate their children and grandchildren. As the oldest of her 6 children, I was her first target. She was very determined for me to get an education, and fortunately, my father did not bar the way. All their children are well educated, as are their 13 grandchildren. Looking back on my upbringing, I see that our parents exemplified din and dunya, the balance of faith and life. As His Highness said, the ethics of Islam serves as a bridge, linking the realms of faith with practical life. Holding fast to the faith gives us reason to engage strongly in issues relating to well-being and quality of life. Whatever your upbringing, whatever your faith, don't sacrifice your spirit for material things. Do not get into game of wants. Make sure your life has balance. In closing, it's my hope that your career, and indeed your entire life, will open opportunities for caring and sharing, for honesty and hard work, for din and dunya. And that, in seizing those opportunities, you will not only be fulfilled, but help others fulfill their dreams. As you continue on the milestone we celebrate today, as you ponder the life you wish to build upon the cornerstone you have set, remember the words of Pope Francis. Life is good when you are happy, but much better when others are happy because of you. I believe we as Canadians can look well beyond our country, the best country in the world, and share our good fortune and leadership to make this world a better place. I challenge you, as our next generation of equipped Canadians, to take a lead in that work. Thank you, and God bless you.